Hi, my name's Leon Rowe, currency trader and trading coach at trading180.com. And in this video, I want to ask you the question, is this area here the best place to buy the dollar or sell the euro, right? So we're at a level of support turned resistance, and I'm going to argue that this is not the best place to try and take a short trade, especially at this obvious level where everyone else is looking to trade, unless you absolutely believe that this is a bargain area for the dollar, right, or an expensive area for the euro, and you think the euro is highly valued at this area, or some traders would say overvalued at this area, right, and they're no longer looking to pay prices for the euro. But I'm going to look at this from a dollar perspective, right, because I'm a buyer of the dollar at the moment. From a fundamental perspective. So what I have to believe, if I'm shorting here, that this is a bargain area. Now I'm going to say that this isn't a bargain area, and this is my reason why. Supply and demand zones are areas of either a bargain or an expensive area. So if we go back in the chart, this area here, so this 1.15 area right here, price level, was an absolute bargain for the dollar. So much so that buyers piled in, right, and kept buying and buying and buying the dollar. Now, from down here, this is seen as an expensive area for the dollar. So, and the reason why is because prices haven't continued going down. Buyers are no longer interested in buying the dollar, right, at this exchange rate for now, right. Obviously, there's other motives. There's profit taking, etc., right. But for now, from the 12th to 13th of November, buyers are no longer really that interested in pushing prices, in buying, right? If so, there would have been, prices would have continued going lower. So there's not that much demand at this area, right, for the US dollar. So if this is considered an absolute bargain area, and this is considered an absolute expensive area, right, and I'm just going to kind of bracket this area here, and all this is just a Fibonacci tool where I've got the fair value in between, which is the 50% level, and highs and lows. Then this area here is not an absolute bargain. What I want to do, and what you should kind of think about when you're looking to buy any currency pair, is where was potential value. And I know that this was potential value in the recent past. So if prices come up to this area here, this is where I want to be a buyer of the dollar, because it's been proven in the past that this price area here was an absolute bargain for the dollar, right? So everyone else is buying here. This is so obvious. I try to stay away from obvious levels, and you should try to stay away from obvious levels unless you have the confluence of value, right? Proven value. And lower highs and lower lows and higher lows and higher highs are areas of expensive and cheap levels. And I'm going to go over that in a sec, right? And again, if we look at past, lower highs, lower lows. And again, we're looking at this from the perspective of the dollar, right? From buying the US dollar. So this was a bargain area, right, for the dollar. This was an expensive area for the dollar. I'm going to bring up this my bar replay tool, right? And if this is all you saw, then there's obviously going to be, demand for the actual to buy the dollar, right, has dried up from here. Buyers of the dollar no longer willing to, flood the market in mass and push and pay prices, at this exchange rate. Now, if this is an expensive area, right, if this is seen as an expensive area, and we have a situation where, I'm going to forward this a little bit, prices break through this specific expensive area, proven expensive area for the dollar, right, prices break through, then we have to assume that this was an absolute bargain, and so much so that buyers for the dollar were prepared to buy at a previous expensive area and push prices even further past that considered expensive area, right? So lower highs and lower lows and higher lows and higher highs are areas of what is considered to be expensive and cheap supply and demand. And again, right, we have an area where this was once proven to be an expensive price for the dollar, right? Buyers were no longer to push prices past this previous expensive area, and you saw price react. Now, this was considered an absolute bargain, so much so that when prices came down to this considered expensive area, buyers were still buying and pushed prices below or beyond this area of previous expensive area. So when we get the pullback, right? When we get the pullback, and let me just delete that. And we get the pullback to this area of support, what is considered support and resistance. This being the absolute bargain area in recent history, this being an expensive area, you're buying, and this being fair value, you're buying still at an expensive, potentially an expensive area, right? An expensive price. And that's not to say that prices can't continue to go lower, right? And if they do, if they continue to go lower, right, let me just move this down a bit. If prices continue to go lower, then what does that create? That creates an area of supply where I know that this area was seen as such a bargain that it went past what would have been considered the previous expensive area for the dollar, and then all I'll do is wait for prices to come back to a proven area of, you know, supply, which is a bargain area. But going back to this this area here and why you're buying here, it's really not the best area to buy. And that's, again, that's not to say that prices can't, you know, won't go lower or can't work out if you do take the trade. I'm not telling you to take the trade or not take the trade. What I'm saying is that think about it from a value perspective. This is the best area, and you should always look to buy in the best area. Don't worry about missing out on trades. Prices will always retrace to value areas, right? This is not, for me, the best place to buy. Everybody is looking at this level, and you're most likely to get stop hunted. And in fact, I would say traders have definitely been stop hunted, right? You can see this where prices have retraced. You've seen a bit of a sell-off. Traders would have been entering, right, at this price, and then you can see where traders have been stop hunted. They place their stops all the way above here, right, and there's not too many traders that are going to place their, day traders especially, that are going to place their stops 25 pips above, you know, that level there, and you can see where they've actually been stop hunted. And again, I'm not saying that prices can't go down, right, and go further down here, but what I am saying is that think before you buy. Then think about, am I buying at value? Am I buying where everyone else is looking to buy? If you're buying where everyone else is looking to buy, the chances of that trade working out is going to be a lower probability trade, right? Buy at areas where it was proven that this was an absolute bargain, right? It's the first thing you should be doing. So supply and demand zones, bargain and expensive areas, and all you have to do is really apply, once you've got an area of value, then apply support and resistance to those areas, because then we know, using the supply and demand equation, right, and that video, there's a tutorial video on my YouTube channel where we know that if there are going to be new traders entering short at this area, there's value up here as well. You're buying at a bargain area. Plus, when traders are taking profit, where they're going to take profit, if they bought here and they were riding it up, the next problem area for them to take profit, if they bought here, they got to sell here, and sell orders are supply. So net we should have supply within this area, all things being equal. And what I say by that is, what I mean by that is that you know, fundamentals are still in play and sentiment, right? So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, just email me or leave a comment in the section box below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to your fellow traders. And to the next video, take care.